This is Palantir stock before it did a 10x. This is Roblox stock before it pulled a 400%. And this is Coinbase stock, which also pulled a 400%. And we also have SoFi. So you're probably seeing a pattern over here. What if I told you we have another $5 stock, which we're taking a look at a potential 10x from today to a year? We can see a 10x. And not only that, one of the biggest hedge fund managers, the CEO of Bridgewater, Ray Dalio, is buying this stock up. So, owner of Bridgewater, and we also have this company going for profitability in the potential next year or even in the next quarter. So the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis, and just being a overall great, good product in Southeast Asia. We have a lot to talk about in this video. If you guys do enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like. United Healthcare absolutely killing it. Planet Labs over a 40% gain, and then Open Door over 200%. Okay, make sure to check out the newsletter. I'll be dropping one today on this stock, so make sure to check out the newsletter and let's get started here. Technical analysis looks absolutely beautiful. I have this video in chapters, so if you guys just want to skip to the technical analysis, you guys can do that. But first, I want to talk about what this company does. If you traveled to Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, all those countries, okay, you know what this company is. It's more than the Uber of Southeast Asia. It's also a financial app. So we have merchant, sort of think of like Stripe or PayPal. And then you also have Uber. You can order food. And then there's also the business side to it, Grab for business. And we could see, okay, this company, if you've traveled there, you know what it does. But the biggest part about here is going to be the financials. So if we could take a look at the annual financial report, we can see that this company has been losing a lot of money. Okay, $2 billion, $3 billion, $1 billion. But we can see that we are on the path to profitability. Okay, it is rising, and we can see this trend here. Okay, we can see this trend, and we can expect next earnings report to potentially be profitable or just be break even for Grab. We can take a look at the year to year change here, which looks absolutely amazing for Grab stock. And then we also have Ray Dalio, one of the biggest hedge fund manager, which owns Bridgewater Associates, which is also buying the stock, and his average is at $4.65. So it's pretty much sitting at this level. He's been buying very early, but recently he has been accumulating even more at this technical analysis setup, which looks absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys don't know Bridgewater, I'm sure you have seen one of his videos. He's very famous. Like, he has probably the best content on YouTube, Principles by Ray Dalio, and his books. So this is someone that I really, really look up to. I love his books. I love the way he sees the world and his perspective, and his perspective on history and his principles. So I'm a really huge fan of Ray Dalio, and him buying the stock, especially when the technical analysis is looking absolutely amazing. You know, I'm buying in shares and I'm holding in for a long term. Now, the technical analysis is where it gets juicy because everything else is solid. Okay, this isn't like a meme stock. This isn't a hype like some other stock. This isn't speculation. This is based off real fundamental analysis. This is a real company. Again, I've seen this. I've traveled all over Southeast Asia, but the technical analysis is where I'm like, okay, I am in. Now, this is a pattern, something that we have been very, very useful, something that we have been very used to. Okay, this is the accumulation phase where the stock sort of peaks and then it drops like 80%, like 80, 90%, and then it trades sideways and it accumulates. So we have this going on over here. Now, again, we have talked about this many, many, many times, and this is why I love making videos, because we can take a look at our past plays and we could see how history is sort of rhyming in terms of technical analysis. So we're going to be getting the best deals. It's like buying SoFi at $5, and this stock is at $5. It's like buying Roblox at $44. And again, all of these stocks we made videos on. All these setups, I know these setups because I was making videos and newsletter for these setups. Even Palantir, we were covering Palantir at, $10, $8. So we could see Grab really looks like to be the next one. In a year, we can definitely see 10x conservatively. We can see, double, triple gains for Grab, especially if you go for profitability. Now we can take a look at the weekly time frame here. We have been trading sideways, like we have, and then this is where it gets interesting. Okay, this is another sort of, because we broke out here, and now we have been even more trading sideways here. And now, if we take a look at the daily time frame, it is really looking like we are going for a breakout to the upside. Now, we also have a inverse head and shoulder. Now, the best entry would be buying here. Okay, this would be the best entry. But we can see that if we close above, that is going to be the breakout. Okay, that is what we're taking a look at. I remember when we were talking about SoFi stock. For SoFi stock, it was trading sideways for a while, but once it started to break out from the downtrend, and once we got that confirmation, that is when we got the breakout. And same for Palantir, and same for Coinbase, and same for Roblox. The main thing is once we start to close above of the accumulation phase, of the phase of just trading sideways and really no action, that is when we get the big move. And think of it like sort of like this energy ball. So we have energy just trading sideways. It is building, it is really building up for a potential breakout, and then boom, just like a cooker pressure, just a huge breakout to the upside. So think of it like that. Price has been accumulating and trading sideways over here. Now this setup just looks good. We already had this breakout going on, and now we are going to be breaking out here. $5 is going to be a fair value in my opinion, especially since it is very similar to his average, Ray Dalio's average. If we take a look at the bigger time frame, we can go to the weekly time frame, and we could see above $5. The catalyst is going to be really above $6. Okay, if we can close above $6, pretty much exploding to $10. $10 is going to be our first price target here for Grab. Okay, we can see that really once after we break out of here, we just have so much room to the upside here. So above $5, above $6 is what we are taking a look at here. And you could play shares, or you could play leap call options. I think I'm just going to be playing shares, just plain out simple shares for Grab stock. And recently we have been having amazing plays. So Planet Labs, we had Open Door. So we can take a look at like Open Door. We can take a look at so this is going to be Planet Labs, and then we have Open Door, and we have American Eagle stock. But what just don't expect like 100% gainer right away. So just be careful with that. Keep your expectations low. Again, I'm going to be a long-term investor, 1 year, double at least. That is what I'm taking a look at. And then also earnings is going to be the biggest catalyst, because again, for American Eagle, we know what was going to happen. We know the catalyst with Sydney Sweeney. We made multiple videos on here, but earnings is what it takes for sort of that squeeze to the upside. So same with Planet Labs, it was with earnings. After earnings, we had so much buying pressure. So same with Grab. Okay, we have earnings coming up on November. We also know that Q4 is historically bullish just for overall, just holidays, just more spending. Overall, Q4 is bullish. So I really think this next earnings report is going to be huge. I'm buying in shares. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.